38-year-old man.
Do you like breakfast?
Does the Sam Square in the woods?
You bet he does. What you eating there?
Well, I'm having my usual hard-boiled egg and a glorious mimosa.
You call that a breakfast?
Sure do. Hey, who are you? Hey, come on! Who is this guy?
How would you like to try the most mind-jolting, energy-packed, fat-burning, muscle-building, greatest new way to start your day?
I would really like that.
Well, hold on to your seat. It's time to try a nice big cup of Angry Joe. Do you have a coffee maker?
No.
Well, then it's time for you to try a nice big bowl of Angry Joe. Attaboy.
All right, kids, you ready for a bowl of some, that's right, some Joe. That's right, Angry Joe. That's what you're looking for. Because I got Paul Tabone here on the show. He's going to be telling you guys all about this nitro-fused coffee that you're going to go crazy for. Hey, Paul.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We met through Michael Haley, my trainer, so I want to give a shout out to Platinum Physiques, and he actually introduced us, and then that's how I got hooked on to Angry Joe Coffee. Now, you would think his name would be Joe, but it's not. It's Paul, and he came out with this at the time that he was powerlifting. Now, you saw those videos, right? If you go to his Angry Joe YouTube channel, you're going to see all the amazing work that he does. You'd think that he was like an actor on the side, but he's not. He's just a powerlifter. His name is Joe. Yeah. So tell me what's been going on with you.
I'm just getting out there as much as I can as far as pushing the pushing the product and letting people know, educating people on what Angry Joe actually is.
Yeah, so tell me what Angry Joe is.
It's a supplement infused coffee. It carries branched chain amino acids, some fat burners, and it's a really good gourmet fair trade organic coffee. It's one of the best I've ever had, and I've been a coffee drinker as long as I could remember.
I know. Well, I don't want to say I know. I only know you a year, but every time I see you, you're at Greens and Proteins drinking your Angry Joe. Now, this is the cold brew. It's stevia. It's got the red cap, and I absolutely love it. You'd think that you would just put this with some ice, but I just drink it right out of the bottle. Yep. I am literally infused right now on coffee 24/7 because I'm going on stage in 3 weeks, and so I could just have an IV and walk around of Angry Joe coffee if I could.
I do that anyway.
You're like, it's outside,
just
actually.
For fun.
But tell me exactly, the coffee business, that's a booming billion-dollar business.
Yeah, it's. I'm just trying to be a part of it, in a small little sector of it. So,
yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I've always, like I said, I've always drank coffee, and it's just a passion of mine, so why not try to have wrap a business around it as well?
Exactly.
So
I know out of any other condiment or drinking wise, it's water, coffee, and alcohol are the three things that I think top people drink of choice.
I would think so, yeah. Me personally, I drink all three. Drink all three of those.
All at once?
I have.
All mixed together?
I actually have.
Ooh.
I've made cocktails with Angry Joe.
Oh my gosh.
Prior bartending experience.
I love that. A little Kahlua in there, a little bit with your coffee. Now you have your beans right here, which people can grind up, and these are already roasted and everything. You're kind of like a roaster guru.
I wouldn't say that, but I've
the master of the roasters.
I've educated myself when I started the process. I wanted to learn, how the process was done firsthand, so I started roasting the coffee myself. Soon to find out, though, once business started growing, that would have been a whole other business in itself, is just roasting coffee. Yeah.
And this is for intense trainers. So tell me why, if you are not an intense trainer, why this probably wouldn't work for you.
Well, I mean, I think it would work for anyone, really.
Really?
Absolutely. I'm trying to market it in the fact that where it's, you know, if you're training and you want to get a little additive in your coffee, get your BCAAs and some
Okay.
fat burners for that effect. But at the same time, if you just really enjoy coffee, you could also replace your normal cup of coffee with Angry Joe, just
I love
because
that.
it's a great tasting product, and you know, having a little couple extra BCAAs in your life isn't going to hurt you
That's
as well
true.
too. So
How long has it been on the market for?
about a year and a half, a little over a year and a half
Awesome.
now. So
And so
going
you also have the cold brew,
well.
and you have them in these awesome little bottles, which is perfect because it's about the volume size of what a naturally, like an average iced coffee would be. People can
Right.
just get your cup of ice wherever you go, take one of these with you, and then just pour it in and enjoy it. And does it need to be refrigerated after
Yeah,
it's
the
opened?
cold brew needs to be refrigerated. I mean, especially for taste reasons alone, it's always better cold.
Yes.
The cold brew.
And then the K-Cups.
And then I wanted to kind of cover all bases as far as how I've experienced coffee, where you know I make it at home with grounds, and I've also used K-Cups as well, so I didn't want to miss out on any way of, you know, as far as how people enjoy their cup of Joe.
Now tell me about social media wise, because I see you on Instagram, you're on Facebook, you're obviously on YouTube, you're big in the social media with the Angry Joe.
I try to be. I'm trying to be bigger, actually.
Because he is the Angry Joe, so you are the character.
Technically, yes.
And so I got to ask, where did Angry Joe come up with? Why not Angry Paul?
Well, it was Joe, meaning cup of Joe.
I know.
But at the same time, I might as well start calling myself Joe, because people reference me as Joe all the time now.
It's
but
true.
Angry, I always said if you're going to lift weights, you got to get a little angry to move a lot of weight. And
Right.
then, you know, cup of Joe. So
Put on that game face.
yeah, exactly.
I know the first thing when I wake up, literally the first thing, what I do is I make my coffee. And so this is probably the most important thing to me in my life is my coffee. And you know, when it comes to a zing, it's always iced coffee. And there's certain things with coffee that you can't find anywhere else. And I think that's, of course, the flavor and of course what you put into it. I know everyone likes to be a connoisseur in doing their different things with their coffee preparation. What's your choice?
You know, most of the time, just put a little cream.
Yeah.
That's about it. And I brew a pot every day. I drink about a pot a day, so easily. Just because for me, put aside the effects of it, I just look forward to the taste of coffee every morning. It's,
Right.
you know, it's obviously a routine thing, but when I go to bed, I'm looking forward to waking up and having coffee.
Really?
So, yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people, they say, aren't you up like late at night when you drink too much coffee? And honestly, when I drink coffee late at night, it still relaxes me.
Yeah, well, I don't do the cold. I know the cold brew's got a kick to it, man.
Does
like
it?
where I know if I have it past 5, if I cut my coffee limit off.
Don't
around,
drink this past 5. Do yourself a favor.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be up, then definitely drink it past 5. But for me, if I could feel the effects of the cold brew, then I know it's working. Just because I've built up a high tolerance.
Well,
for
it is
caffeine
Vegas, so
coffee.
if you want to be up more than 24 hours, hey, get yourself some of this. It'll
Yep.
be good. Yeah.
Yep.
How many different kinds of coffees did you have to roast before you found this perfect blend?
Man, there's a lot of cool websites out there that you could find that if you're trying to do what I was doing, or at least just be like just an enthusiast where you want to home roast it and, you know, try it yourself.
I bet his house smelled really good.
Yeah, sure did. But you could, they'll send you sample packs because coffee beans are green beans before you roast them and all
Oh,
that too.
wow.
So you get all the
I did not
samples.
know that.
Yep. So you you get the sample packs, and I just ordered, you know, maybe 5 or 6 different sample packs. So I was
That's so fun.
drinking coffee around the clock.
I know, I bet you were.
Tasting different coffees and
Oh
trying to
my
find the right
gosh.
one, you know. So
So I want to talk more about your powerlifting, because if you guys watch those videos, he is super, super intense when it comes to powerlifting. I've never been involved in that myself. I kind of like watching it though. It's pretty amusing and entertaining. And I want to know, what's your max? What's the max you've lifted?
on bench, squat, or deadlift.
I don't care, whichever. All 3.
I love to squat the most out of the 3, and the most
Uh-huh.
I've ever squatted was 745 in a competition.
Wow.
Yep.
So what do you like the most about powerlifting and just in general fitness?
I'd rather just call it strength training, to be honest
Strength
with
training?
you, because powerlifting kind of turns people off, and
Okay.
you're seeing, I mean, especially with women now. Women are blowing the sport up.
That is one thing I've been seeing huge, is a lot of women doing powerlifting. Why do you think that is?
I think because, I mean, a lot of people try, I mean, I honestly believe because of CrossFit. People try
Right.
CrossFit, and sometimes CrossFit's not attainable. You get hurt easily. So what women especially are finding, they could be strong in squatting and deadlifting for sure, because they're very hip dominant movements, and women
That's
are
right.
hip dominant.
Don't you forget it.
And now you're seeing some women that are just putting up some numbers that you're like, it's pretty unbelievable. Like 150 pound
I
woman
love it.
squatting 400 pounds is pretty amazing, you know. And you see it more than often now. So
Well, because I was going to say, give it 5-10 years ago, you never saw as many women.
most women or women in powerlifting were more associated with like a big brute man-looking woman. So
like it was kind of dominating a little bit by the men, because I think a lot of women thought that that was just not a thing to do. A lot of guys,
right.
You know, powerlifting, that's what you do. But I think a lot of girls are taking on new challenges nowadays when it comes to being as fit as men, doing as far as men do athletically wise. Super League is one of those that's really, really providing a lot of strength for men and women.
Super League's pretty cool. I mean, it allows the, essentially when you're at a high level of bodybuilding too, you are doing a lot of strength training. It's just by default. You gain muscle from strength training. So you're seeing that hybrid now where, you know, you get judged on your physique as well, but you're also could show off that you're pretty damn strong too.
Yeah.
So I like that they're combining the both. So it gives people more options to compete as well.
Right. And shout out to your business partner, Vic. I know he's not here in the studio. He's always your sidekick over at Greens and Proteins.
Yeah, Vic is my sidekick. Or I'm his sidekick.
One of the two.
He's older, so I'm his sidekick. So.
Well, we got to give a shout out to the whole Angry Joe family. And if anyone is interested in getting yourselves some Angry Joe, give them all the info of where they got to go.
There's different places. If you're here locally in Vegas, you could stop at all the Greens and Proteins here in town. There's 5 locations, and they carry all the product as far as the K-Cups, beans, cold brew, and you can get it by the cup or get it by the bottle. And then if you also can order on angryjoe.co.
Awesome.
Yep.
Love it. Well, thanks, Paul, for stopping by Michelle Davis Fitness.
Thanks for having me.
I hope you stop by more often. And you're sometimes at some of the bodybuilding shows and expos as well. So if some people go to some of the fitness shows, they can get a sample of your Angry Joe.
Yeah, the next biggest one I'll be at is it's the World Powerlifting event at the Golden Nugget from November 2nd to the 5th.
Let me know. I want to go broadcast over there. That'll be fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, everyone, get yourself some Angry Joe and hang on, because it's going to be fun while you're getting your kick, right? And that's right here on Michelle Davis Fitness. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.